would definitely have to say my parents. They have been married 55 years. And just to watch them be around each other, even to this day, they're almost still like newlyweds.
So the couple that I chose are my mom and dad. I love them very much, and I think they have a very unique story. So my mom was driving from Connecticut to Pennsylvania, so my dad thought it'd be a great idea to stand on the highway with a sign that said, "Patty, will you marry me?" And he's sitting there for like, I think he told me 2 hours. Meanwhile, my mom's at his apartment. They missed each other by about 5 minutes, they think. She's leaving his apartment pissed off, and he's there, pulls up, and she's yelling at him. And he goes, "Patty, wait, Patty, wait, Patty, wait." And he pulls up the sign out of his car and says, "I've been standing on the highway waiting for you."
So the couple that inspires me the most is the Obamas, Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. When the couple, Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, first got into office, they dealt with a lot of racism, they dealt with a lot of hate, a lot of anger just because of the color of their skin. But I felt like the way they handled it with class, grace, and elegance and things of that nature. And I felt like as a couple that could have easily broke them apart, but it seemed like they got even stronger.
I chose my brother Daryl and his fiancée Asia. They just influenced me because they've been together for as long as I can remember. I would just say thank you for showing me that there's not a generic blueprint for love in a relationship. There's not just one way to be with someone, and no matter what anyone else says, you know, you find your love, and as long as it works for you too, it doesn't really matter what other people think.
The couple that influences me the most is my grandparents. They're no longer with me, unfortunately, but they had an extremely strong bond. And I think it was a few months, 3 or 4 months after my grandfather passed, my grandmother did, and the doctor said it was because of a broken heart. And that's the type of love that I want.
The people that really kind of showed me love was my parents. I never understood how they were able to raise 9 kids. I don't know how they did it. You know, but they showed us love, and we never really knew how much we didn't have. We didn't know that we were, by today's standards, considered poor, because we always had each other and never knew we were missing. So we didn't have, we didn't miss.
My most influential couple, they're actually famous. It's Rev Run of Run DMC and his wife Justine. They had a show growing up called Run's House, and they influenced me in a major way, just seeing them raising their kids and going through the trials of life. I truly feel that they are the best depiction of a black family I've seen growing up.
I would probably have to say my graduation day from college. I actually stayed home for college, so my parents were a big part of that, and to see the smiles on their faces on graduation day as their first daughter who graduated was one of the most incredible things, and I think I actually saw my dad cry.
I can remember being a kid and just seeing my parents like just dancing in the kitchen and just doing cute little things, and I'm just like, ugh, at that point. But now as an adult, I see how much that was necessary to keep the love alive.
One of the sayings in my house was always treat people the way that you want to be treated. They taught me about loyalty, taught me about love, friendship. The list goes on and on. How to be a good person.
It just really warms my heart up to see, you know, just the way they make each other laugh, the way that they care for each other, the way that they put other things aside and sacrifice for each other. It just kind of really inspires me to push myself more and you know, be a better fiance to my fiance and those types of things.
And about 2 months ago, Bill passed away of Lewy body dementia. But Mary, this is her first Valentine's Day from Cupid firing that arrow and wounded her many, many years ago. And I just want to thank Mary for opening my eyes up to Alzheimer's and Lewy body dementia and what love really means, because she took care of Bill.
My grandmother lived to be the age of 100, but her husband died when she was 34. After my grandmother turned 100 years old, I asked her to look back and think about any regrets that she had in life. And her one regret at the age of 100 is that she said she still didn't have her husband with her. So after 70 years of not having her husband, she still missed him and loved him, and I think that's incredible.
just say thank you so much. I love you, and thanks for being the most awesome parents and best role models.
I mean, I don't think that I have all the words, you know, to say thank you, and I think that's why it's more of a living a life that honors their legacy and paying it forward and being an example for other people within my family and outside of my family as well.
There's nothing I could do to show them enough appreciation for everything that they've done for me. So I try to tell them as often as I can, thank you.
And I always tell them there's never any way possible I could repay them for everything they've done for me and my family. But I think just letting them know that I love them with all my heart, and I would do anything in the world for them.
My dad gave me my grandfather's wedding ring when he passed, and when my dad gave it to me, he said it was the symbol of commitment and it being a circle, something that never ends, and that was their marriage and their love.